What's up everybody, it's Ree or Rebel Inks Art, coming in today with a much shorter video, because I ran into some snags. I decided to do some painting process and then initially forgot to start recording. Before I started, I made notes of all the different artists who I liked who had that nice painty style and what I liked about their art, and then kind of tried to break down how I could apply that to my own stuff. And then with that I started in trying to do a nice little painty version of Yes from the trailers of Wreck-It Ralph 2. I'm deeply skeptical about the movie, but if you know me, you know that I absolutely adored her character design, so I wanted to give her a little draw, but I believe that was the main mistake I made. Was I started heading in there with a character who I'd never drawn before, whose style was close to what I normally do, but not close enough to actually be comfortable, because I used to imitate or emulate the Pixar style very heavily. Drawing anything from Pixar, I have to really take the time to make sure I'm not falling too heavy into that early influence, otherwise everything just looks a little wonky. All the different parts came together very much just to leave this as a work in progress, and you kind of see me stop dead in my tracks and figure out why exactly I'm not happy with this picture. But I think the main thing is just, I have this habit where if I'm not confident in how something is doing, I will smudge it heavily. And this, I think, comes back from when I was younger and I would do pencil sketches. One of my friends would teach me to shade pictures by doing just some pencil scribbles and then smudging it with my thumb as a way of giving it a nice shadowy look. And this was, for a very long time, my go-to as a way of making a drawing look cool that I wasn't feeling as confident in. So even nowadays, whenever I'm kind of feeling not as comfortable with how something's turning out, I'll just kind of blend things in a bit more and hope that that gives it a cool enough effect that people won't notice the flaws in it. And it wasn't something I stopped doing in my traditional art until an adult stepped in and was like, hey, you've got good shading going on here, don't hide it by smudging it. But it's just something that every now and then I'll find myself falling back on, and this picture was no different. I found myself blending things too heavily, and in the end it just kind of ends up as a muddy mess that I'm not super happy with. One of the things I really like in painty art styles is I love seeing defined brush strokes. I really love artists like JDB, where you can see all the different colors and brush strokes coming in together. I don't want to have things be hyper smoothed out. I want to see that texture. And I think A, the brush I was using for this just wasn't a good fit, and B, I need to, do some smaller practices, not hop into a full illustration, because I got scared basically and I started blending too much, and that was the downfall of this picture. Did I mention I didn't finish the picture? I just realized I don't think I actually mentioned that. I don't finish this picture. It's probably going to be stuck as an eternal work in progress just because there's a lot of elements I don't like about it. I don't like the way the eyes look. I don't like the way the coloring looks. I don't like the background, but I was planning on changing the background, but I don't like the background. There's just a lot of aspects of this that I wasn't happy with. So if you guys want, I can put up the line art and you guys can color it and finish it, what have you, but it's not one that I'm going to be finishing, I don't think, unless inspiration comes out of nowhere, because currently I don't see it coming. I do think some parts of the eyes turned out okay. I like the way the shading on the irises turned out, but other than that, and this is about when I realized, nah, I'm not happy with it. And I just kind of break down what exactly I'm not liking about it, and it basically just came down to, yeah, it's too blended, it's too smudgy, so I need to, what I think I'm going to do for this was a very educational little process, even if it didn't result in a finished picture. I need to watch some more speed paints. I need to especially watch speed paints from the people I like, and I need to mess around with my brushes more. I need to find a brush that I can feel happy with, and that it gives me both the blending I need without blending too much. And maybe the way I get better about not blending at all is using a brush that doesn't let me blend. Maybe starting practice with just the pen brush or something like that. Because even if you look back on my lighting practice video I did forever ago on Ree-Learns, you can see me doing a lot of blending in there. Just because it's kind of my crutch, If I'm out of my comfort zone, I will blend. And so I need to not let myself fall on that as much. So I don't know, I guess we'll see where this takes us. I wanted to show you guys, how this went as a first little attempt, even if it didn't go great, because, we all mess up sometimes. We all have things we don't finish. I have so many unfinished pictures. It's ridiculous, but I'll just kind of leave this one with you guys, and we'll try again next week. Alright, I love ya. Bye-bye!